Yeah, this is case number 556 on the calendar in the matter of Tillinghast versus Stott. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
How old are you, Tony?
20.
And you?
21.
You two gals had been friends and decided to take an apartment together. According to your complaint, the defendant owes you some money because you leased this apartment and she moved out early, didn't pay the rent for 3 months. The defendant says that her boyfriend settled with you. She's got a counterclaim. She said that your friends destroyed a mattress of hers. What prompted you to take an apartment together?
We've been best friends all our lives. We live next door to each other. I wanted to get out of my parents, and she wanted to move out to hide her relationship with her boyfriend over there.
That's you?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
59. 60. I just turned 60 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You have children?
Yes.
How old?
35 and 37.
When did you lease this apartment?
In the end of May.
And how long was the lease?
6 months.
What was the rent?
$965.
So far, is all of that correct?
Yes.
You thought your parents wouldn't like the idea of going out with this gentleman?
Correct.
They think he was a little too old for you?
Correct.
When did you move out?
August 27th, 2004.
Why?
The plaintiff here, which Tony, she had her friends over. They were drinking, smoking pot, drinking beer. There was condoms on the floor, and one of her friends had threatened me, so I called the police and I moved out.
One of her friends had threatened you with what?
Verbally threatened, and also picked up a pen and acting like she was going to.
That's not true.
Shh, just a second. When did this happen?
The night of August 27th.
What was the argument about?
The argument was about her friends and her all over my belongings, trashing some of my stuff that I had.
Were you spending every day at the apartment?
No.
You were spending most of the time at your boyfriend's home?
Yes.
So you were really just paying the rent for this apartment as a beard?
Yes.
Are you living together now?
Yes.
Have your parents accepted that?
No. They know about it, but no, they have not.
Did you give her any money for the remaining 3 months on the lease?
I gave her $400 in, I believe it was...
When?
September.
After you left?
Correct. And then another $400 in October.
Why?
Because the day was August 28th. It was a Saturday. After her friend had threatened to throw the manager off the balcony, again, the police were called. And when I moved out, there was a verbal agreement between her and I and my boyfriend that said we will pay you $400 this month and $400 next month to make a total of $800.
Are you still living in the apartment?
No.
When did you leave?
I left right after the lease because I couldn't afford it, and my bills were past due.
Tell me about your friends in the apartment. Do they spend a lot of time in the apartment, Tony?
I have my witness, Ashley. She was in the apartment quite often because she was not doing well with her father, so she was there a lot.
Interesting. Come on up. Talk to me. You're Ashley?
Yes.
You were spending a great deal of time in the apartment?
Mm-hmm.
How many days? 5 days a week?
At least.
And where did you sleep?
In her bed.
Whose
in
bed?
Tawny's bed.
Tawny's bed. And where did
Yes.
she sleep?
She slept in her bed also.
Did you pay rent?
No.
After the defendant moved out, did you continue to go there 5 days a week?
No.
Why not?
I was looking for a job over at my dad's house.
When did you stop going over there 5 days a week?
Right after all the mattress incident happened.
You mean right after August 27th?
Yeah.
That's miraculous. So you mean right after all of this happened, you stopped going over there 5 days a week?
Well, because the manager didn't want people over there that wasn't paying rent, and they said that you couldn't be over there more than 72 hours.
She didn't want any conflict, so I just stayed there by myself most of the time and just went out when I wanted to be with my friends.
What were you doing at that time? Go to school?
No, I just do housework and clean up at her house. She'd go to work and I'd stay there and do all the chores and laundry and clean.
We had planned.
What, are you kidding me or what? How old are you?
18.
You get over on this baloney with your family? Huh?
No.
So what makes you think you're going to get over with this baloney on me? I mean, do you think that they hire me because I'm stupid? No. You think that they pay me all this money because I'm an idiot? You want me to believe that you're a house cleaner in her house. Is that what you want me to believe?
That's what I do.
What? That's what you do?
Yeah.
No, she just stayed with me. She was trying to look for a job, and in the morning she'd clean up, and help me out.
What?
She was helping me out by
Are you a big slob? Why
No.
should you? You're one person. You're one person. Why should you need to have a brigade of people to take care of you?
I was just helping her out because she needed a job, and she couldn't stay with her dad, so she stayed with me a lot.
Right. That wasn't the arrangement, Tawny, my dear. The arrangement with her is it's her apartment and yours. You want her to pay half the rent. You pay half the rent. The two of you live there, not the two of you and anybody that you feel sorry for. So for half the time that she was paying rent and not living there, she was living there. And then miraculously, Miss Smarty Pants says that the day after this incident, when she left, she all of a sudden decided she could stay at home with her parents.
She actually went and stayed with her grandma for a while.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You're talking to your parents?
Yes.
Great. Keep that open. That's the one constant that you have.
And later today,
He got very angry because I wasn't interested in dating him. He threatened my job. He threatened my life. He said, I know where you work. I know where you live. And I hung up the phone on him.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tawny Tillinghast says her former best friend, Tiffany Stott, owes for breaking a lease. Tiffany says Tawny's partying forced her out.
She paid you. She came home. She found things going on there that she didn't like, people living there that weren't supposed to be living there, and she was gracious enough to pay you for 2 months, or a substantial part of it for 2 months, and she wasn't there at all.
She was never there to begin with.
I got it. I got it. That's why you had the apartment to yourself. You could invite anybody who you wanted to come on over and live there, which you did. So she was very nice to you. You should have started to advertise immediately when she moved out to get a new roommate. Did you do that?
I tried to see if any of my friends...
Did you advertise for a
No.
new roommate?
It was only a one-bedroom. No one wants to share a one-bedroom.
Okay. Now, are you pursuing your counterclaim for the ruined mattress?
I don't need to. Once she brought this upon me, I figured I might as well bring something upon her.
Well, by bringing it upon her, you're also visiting it upon Bird and me. You don't want to do that, do you?
No.
Perfect. What do you do?
I'm an office manager.
You're talking to your parents?
Yes.
Great. Keep that open. That's the one constant that you have. Okay?
Okay.
Good. You withdrawing your claim for the mattress?
Yes.
Perfect. And your case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
This girl is my best friend since I've known her forever. She let some 60-year-old man change her into someone she was not.
I remember telling Tiffany, I said, watch it because Tawny is kind of wild.
Pot, smoking.
I did party. What can you say? I'm like a regular 20-year-old. I'm not like a 20-year-old dating a 60-year-old man.
She was arrested at Mervin's for stealing merchandise, and she was ordered to pay.
She used to be sweet. Now she calls me and yells and harasses me on the phone with him whispering in the background, telling her what to say, you know.
Tawny said she had changed. That's fine. But obviously she hadn't changed.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Haynes versus Lang. Step forward, please.
County Inspector Douglas Haynes is suing his former friend, event coordinator Kimberly Lang, for the return of furniture he loaned her. Kimberly claims Douglas gave her the furniture.
Mr. Haynes, you and the defendant had a friendship, according to what I read. You met at a car dealership and you had dinner a couple of times. And it is your claim that you loaned the defendant some furniture that you had because you were doing some remodeling in your house or garage. And you now want the furniture back.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lang says that you never loaned her this furniture. You said that you were getting rid of it, but you'd like to have it. She said yes. She did in fact take the furniture because she was new to the area and didn't have any furniture that she had brought with her. That it was not a loan, but a gift. First, show me the furniture that you allegedly loaned to her. I see two people, one with a beard and his shirt open, and one lady with glasses on.
Those are my previous neighbors, and that's the stereo cabinet behind them.
And then we have a brass bed.
Yes.
Okay. 2 dressers, I see. What about this sofa? You want this back?
No, it's 23 years old.
Looks as if it was 23 years old. How long did you know Miss Lang before you loaned her this furniture?
Approximately 1 month.
And tell me the circumstances surrounding your loaning her the furniture.
Well, I'm putting an addition on my garage plus a room on top, and there was some heavy beams I had to remove. I didn't want to damage it, so I was going to put it in storage. And Kimberly didn't have any furniture yet. So I mentioned that, well, if she can store it for me and use it, then that would help me out. And on January 2nd, we delivered the furniture, but I noticed that she already had 2 dressers. And then we had some disagreements, and
Could you look at me?
Oh, okay. We had some disagreements, and we were going to meet for breakfast.
Could you look at me? Straight on. I mean, I don't want to embarrass you if you have something wrong with your neck. I just want you to look over here so I can tell what your eyes are telling me in addition to what your mouth is telling me, Mr. Haynes.
Okay. And on January 13th, we were going to meet for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't show up, and it upset me. So I went over to see her, and I decided that I didn't want any more to do with the relationship, and I called her up and said, I don't want to do this anymore. May I have my furniture back? And she did call me on the 17th and said I could not have the furniture back, that I made a big mistake and I blew it, and also that I'd have to take her to court to get the furniture back.
Who is this person?
This is my sister, and she had 2 conversations with Kimberly when we were delivering the furniture.
Okay, step up. Tell me your name.
Sandra Haynes.
Who delivered the furniture to Miss Lang?
My brother and Kimberly both.
What did you have to do with it?
Doug was telling me, with Kimberly there, that Kimberly had agreed to store his furniture, and it was a convenient situation because she had no furniture, and so it kind of helped them both out.
Okay. That's it?
That's it. They didn't stay that long.
Do you have any other conversation with her?
Yes, I did.
When?
I believe after she got back from Los Angeles on the 17th. I called her because she had let Doug know that day that he was not getting back his furniture. So I asked Kimberly, why aren't you giving my brother back his furniture? And she said that she was angry at Doug. Doug was angry at her. She got her parents involved. They didn't want her having anything to do with him, and it was out of her hands. Number 2, yes, this was payback time. She had to get back at my brother because of breaking.
Don't tell me breaking up. I'm not interested.
Yes.
I just want to know what she said to you and what you said to her.
That's the conversation. And I said, I do not understand. Why can't we just come over and pick up the furniture? It has sentimental value. It's my parents' old wedding set.
And she said?
She said she'd think about it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now I'll hear you.
Okay. I had met Doug 2 times prior to that date at the car dealership that I worked at. He was a customer. He had subsequently made a phone call to me that he had some furniture that he needed to get rid of, and he knew from our previous conversation that I had an empty apartment and that my stuff was in storage in Orange County. Asked me if I'd be interested in coming by and taking a look at the furniture because he needed to get rid of it. He was doing this remodel. I went by there. It was either the 31st or the 1st of December, or January 1st. Looked at the furniture. The next day was when he actually delivered it to my place. I did drop by his sister's house, yes, and met her for the first time, but I was quite surprised that Doug had already explained to her the arrangement that was made with the furniture because she seemed to know what was going on. The furniture was not a loan. It was actually a gift. And so I wasn't at liberty to explain to her what was going on, but I was quite surprised that she understood what was going on.
Just a second.
Sure.
She suggested to you that the furniture was a loan or a gift?
No. She stated, so my brother delivered the furniture this morning, yes. And how does it look, and did you set it up, and so forth. And I explained to her at the time we did set up the bed. At that point, it was pouring rain. We had a mattress in the back of Doug's truck that was being delivered to my parents. I was sleeping on the floor on a mattress. So we stopped by her house on the way to my parents to drop off that mattress. I didn't hear from Doug again until the 17th of January. I got back from Orange County. There was a message on my machine, and at that point was when he asked me to dinner. I refused to have dinner with him, and I was not interested in dating Doug. He got very angry because I wasn't interested in dating him, and he started demanding his furniture back. I don't know why he was getting upset with me at that point. He threatened my job. He threatened my life. He says, I know where you work. I know where you live. This is going to escalate, and he made some threats, and I hung up the phone on him. That's when his sister called me.
Miss Lang?
Yes.
You sound like an intelligent lady.
Thank you.
He sounds, according to you, like a nut.
Yes.
And the only nexus that you had to this nut was these pieces of furniture that you had had for 15 days.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So if I were being a smart person, I would say to myself, miscommunication, it was a gift and now he wants it back, but he's a real nut and he's threatening me. Douglas, get a police officer, get your truck, come over and get your furniture. We now have nothing to do with each other. There is no reason for you to call me. There's no reason for you to have anything to do with me. That's what a smart person says.
Under normal circumstances?
Not a stupid person who says, now I'm dealing with a nut.
You're right.
And I have furniture that I've had for 2 weeks. Furniture that belonged to your parents may have some sentimental value to you, sir. It's junk. I mean, I've looked at it. It's junk. The only thing that looks anywhere that somebody might want to keep is this brass bed. And I may not be a furniture maven, but I have a pretty good eye. The only value that that bedroom set has is sentimental value, because other than that, it has no value. Now,
Your Honor, I do have. When I went to Orange County, when I rented a pickup truck, and I do have a receipt here that shows when I actually picked up the truck and when I actually returned it, there was furniture that I left behind because now I had an apartment full of furniture. I now had 2 dressers, a bed, a coffee table, a couch. There were things that I left behind in storage. So when
are you telling me, Ms. Lang, that the couch you left behind was not as nice?
No, I didn't.
Just a second. The couch that you left behind was not as nice as this couch? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's not what I'm saying. I did not have a couch in storage.
Right. I mean, I was a little confused. Give him back his furniture. Now!
Thank you.
And say, I'm going to borrow that mattress from my parents again if I have to have a mattress to sleep on. But I don't want Mr. Haynes in my life. I don't want his sister in my life. I don't want this nut calling my job. I just want it over. And I'm going to give him back his parents' furniture so he can put his underwear in it, and give him back his brass bed so he can sleep on it. And I don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. Is that fine, Douglas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Your Honor, this is case number 568 on the calendar in the matter of Rast versus Trenholm. Thank you. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You're welcome. Have a seat, y'all.
Mr. Trenholm, you and the plaintiff knew each other. She was buying a condo or a co-op?
I had previously bought it. I bought it in February.
And you made an arrangement with her for you to rent a room in her condo. According to Miss Rast's complaint, she was going to be out of town for a few days prior to your moving in.
Yes, Your Honor.
But because you were friends, she said, why don't you move in some of your stuff even before the lease period starts? I'm not going to be there. So far, are we on the same page?
Well, no, Your Honor. Actually, she said that I could move into the premises early myself.
Oh, that was even
attendance.
nice. Just a second. That was even nicer.
Yes.
Chantam. Mm-hmm. So she was a great gal, and you moved in. When did you move in?
On the 13th.
Of
June.
Of
2004.
And what furniture did you move in with, sir?
I moved in a guitar. I moved in a...
Just a second. Can you sit on it?
No.
What
You could,
furniture did you move in, I said?
I moved a portable fold-out chair that turned into a bed. I moved in a couple of other chairs, some lamps.
Clothes?
Clothes. There's a couple bags of clothes there. And then...
Bags? You mean suitcases?
Yeah,
or
suitcases.
shopping
I had packed all my clothes up.
Now, at some point, you had a few guests over.
Yes, Your Honor.
When was that?
That was on June 18th. It was a few days prior to my birthday, and I invited a few friends over to watch the Red Sox game and celebrate my birthday.
So you were at that point a tenant?
Yes.
How much rent had you paid?
None.
Tenants pay rent.
They do, but we had no written
Mr.
contract, Your
Trenholm.
Honor.
You don't have to have a written contract, Mr. Trenholm. You can be a month-to-month tenant without it. But as long as your behind is in her apartment and you say that you were going to be a lessee, you're a tenant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tenants pay rent.
But she had told me verbally, we had a verbal agreement that I could move in early, and that would not be the case because she knew that I was already in another lease. So it was in her goodwill that she allowed me to move in.
So you weren't a tenant.
I guess legally, no.
You were an invited guest.
I was a guest.
I love when I can reel them in. I love when they get reeled in like fish. Remember, Bert, do you remember when you were a kid, they had those games at, I don't know if you ever went to Coney Island. You go to Coney Island? They had those fish tanks, and they gave you a fishing pole with a magnet at the end, you know, and you leaned over and you tried to catch as many as you could.
Yeah.
I liked that game as a child. All right, now back to you, Mr. Trenholm. So you had a few guests over to celebrate. What national holiday were we celebrating on the 18th of June?
My 22nd birthday, Your Honor.
Did you provide libation for this group?
Meaning? You'll have to forgive me, Honor.
Libation, drink.
I'm a music student.
Drink,
Yes, yes.
Drink, libation. It's a word. It's English.
Yes.
What kind of libation did you provide for this group?
I didn't go out and buy any because there wasn't going to be high volumes of people there. Most of my friends, the few that came over, brought their own. It was kind of like a bring your own alcohol type of thing.
Give me the approximate age of these people that you invited over.
The youngest one was me, being 22, going up to the oldest one, Mike, who was 26.
How many were 22?
3.
How many were 23?
2, I believe. I think maybe 123, 124, actually.
And how many were 25?
None.
You were the oldest.
He has my age wrong. I was actually 24, and my girlfriend is 26.
One girlfriend?
Yes.
She looks young.
Oh, shh. I'm not finished. Your name is?
Mike Schaefer.
Mike. Step up here, Mike. Mike, how did your girlfriend feel being the only woman there?
She wasn't the only woman there, actually.
Really? She wasn't the only woman there?
No, she wasn't.
How many women were there?
4 or 5.
4 or 5, including your girlfriend or excluding your girlfriend?
Including, I'd estimate.
So let's say there were 5 women. We have Mr. Trenholm, who was celebrating his birthday. He's one person. Then we have 3 other 22-year-olds. That makes 4 people. A couple of little older. That makes 6 people. You're 7. 7 and 5 women. 12 people.
I invited 6 people, and a few of them brought friends. Girlfriends.
Oh, well, that's why I was just looking here, because you seem to suggest that there were just a few people. So that's a big gathering. And all these people brought their own alcohol.
Yep.
What did they do for food?
We ordered some pizza. There's a pizza place right across the street.
Okay, what time did your friends leave?
The majority of them left that evening, but Mike and his girlfriend and 2 of my other friends stayed.
Where did they sleep?
There's 2 pull-out couches in the living room of the apartment, so they stayed there, and I slept on the fold-out chair in my room.
What time did you get up in the morning?
It was relatively early, I believe 8 a.m., because I had to work that day as well.
What time do you have to be at work?
Noon. It was in New Hampshire. I had to travel.
So you had to get dressed to go to work?
Yes.
That didn't give you much opportunity to clean up.
I actually cleaned with my friends.
Yes.
Did you?
My girlfriend and my 2 female friends.
Do you have any proof of what your place looked like?
Oh,
when
I
you
do,
came home?
absolutely.
I'd like to see it, please.
I do have some pictures. And somebody,
Let's see
I just
what
want
kind of a cleaner Michael is.
I do want to say that somebody did sleep in my bed, and somebody had sex in my bed as well. There's nothing more humiliating than cleaning up somebody's used condom in the morning.
Miss Rass?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a student. I'm a full-time student, and I was working as a waitress at the time.
Okay. What are you studying?
I'm studying psychology.
What year are you in?
I am a junior now.
You seem like a relatively smart young woman. You've taken the basic
try.
psychology 101 and 103 and all those other psychology
Well, I can
classes.
spot a when I meet one.
All right. Miss Rest, let me tell you this. Okay, without using profanity, it's really not necessary all the time. Sometimes using a butter knife to kill somebody is really much more fun than using, you know, a really sharp-edged tool.
That might be
true. It takes
true.
a lot longer.
A spoon.
Trust me, it works. A spoon works just as well. But what you should have learned so far in your studies is that a 22-year-old male has the equivalent age of a 7-year-old female.
That might even be a stretch.
And this one is 24. What do you do for a living?
I'm a loan officer at a mortgage company in New
You're a
Hampshire.
loan officer. Do you have a home?
I do.
Well, on the 18th of June, why didn't you go to your own home instead of staying over? Is not an answer.
It was late. I believe it was about 2 in the morning, and we have to drive about an hour, so I thought it was safer to stay.
Why?
Because...
Isn't it nicer to sleep in your own bed and wake up in your own bed in the morning?
It certainly is, but I'd hate to be on the roads tired.
How about drunk?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
No one slept in her bedroom.
She didn't say that they slept in her bedroom. She said that they had sex in her bedroom. There's a difference. That only takes, unfortunately, sometimes a split second.
And later today...
Some guy threatened to kill him, put a gun to his head.
Is he still around or is he in jail?
He's still around.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Caroline Rast says former friend Derek Trenholm owes for damages to her condo as the result of a party. Derek says the lawsuit is revenge for breaking up with Caroline's friend.
I don't know what this is here. You want to tell me what this is?
Oh, if there's spots, that's a picture of my wall. That's beer on the wall.
Why is he smiling? Bird, would you ask him why he's smiling?
Why are you smiling?
Because if you had seen the condition of the place the next morning after we cleaned it, you would realize how ridiculous it was that looks.
I am an extremely OCD person. My
well, let me
house
tell you
is
something.
immaculate.
Oh, and these stains were on your sofa?
That's my sofa stain.
Oh. And how many used condoms did you clean up?
Just the one, but that's
in your bedroom?
Pretty vile enough, yes.
You're absolutely right. Now, you brought that computer.
Yes.
Want to tell me why you brought the computer?
Whenever I leave my apartment, whenever I'm not in town, I close the computer up, so it was like this and turned off when I left. I'm very protective of my computer. It has a lot of my work in it. And when I returned, the computer was open and it was on. And I do not use AOL Instant Messenger. I use just straight AOL. And Instant Messenger had been downloaded into my computer, and some people had used it, and I do have their screen names, so I do have evidence that they were on my computer. When I went to check my email, the computer was in a pool of beer. It looked like somebody had just wiped the front of it, but had not bothered to pick it up. I managed to get most of it out with a Q-tip. However, right in the mouse pad, there's still some beer that's visible if you look at it. And when the computer starts to heat up, the mouse sticks and doesn't work. And also the keys right here, they're broken, and the F4 is missing. So they're kind of glued on right now, just for functional purposes.
How much did you pay for that computer?
I want to say it was about $1,200. My dad bought it for me as a graduation gift from high school.
What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Well, the computer she showed to me when I came back after the party, and she said, somebody
spilled beer all over it.
That's what she said. And she's pointing at it saying, there's beer all over it, it's broken. And I'm looking at it saying, like, how can you possibly say that? There's nothing on it. There's no marks, there's no liquid, there's no
What
stickiness.
about your friends who used it?
I don't know if any of my friends used it. There was very few people there. I'd be surprised if that's the case.
I can show him the screen names.
So she's got a few screen names written down. It's completely ridiculous. After this incident, she told me, you know, you broke my computer. I can't believe you did that. My password was stored in there for AOL. 2 weeks later, she deleted my AOL account. I signed on, it was gone.
There's no way I can...
Just a second.
She deleted my AOL, she deleted my mail, she deleted my address book, she deleted my buddy list, and she deleted all the documents that were contained within my filing cabinet.
Show me.
I can't. There's no way to do that if somebody deletes your stuff.
There's no...
What about the beer stains all over her couch?
Those were not there when we left. It's complete fabrication. This is more about a personal vendetta.
What about the condom in her bed, sir?
That's completely false, too. That's a complete lie.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I changed, not 7, 6. 6.
I told you it might be
6.
an exaggeration.
You know what he didn't learn? He didn't learn from his parents when they said, when you do something wrong, you have to say, I'm sorry, I apologize.
No one slept in her bedroom.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Let me tell you something. She didn't say that they slept in her bedroom. She said that they had sex in her bedroom. There's a difference. That only takes, unfortunately, sometimes a split second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Trenholm, you don't need 8 hours to use a condom. Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, my only problem with Miss Rast, and I want to tell you something, Miss Rast, you see, I have a big problem with you, and the problem is you're only suing him for $780.
That's a problem.
As far as I'm concerned, he has to replace that computer that cost $1,200. He would have to replace these couches, according to what I see here, because you're never going to get those stains out. So I don't have to go any further. For some reason,
What about the money
I'm speaking! For some reason, you decided to be kind to Mr. Trenholm, something that I certainly wouldn't do under the circumstances, and sue him only for a nominal amount of money, which I am pleased and joyful about being able to award you. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $780. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I should have been suing him for a whole lot more for the cost of the computer to get fixed, as well as the damage in the apartment.
When you tell big enough lies, people listen to that over the truth.
I think that she just decided she'd lie and so that she would win the case.
I don't care if he was having, tea with the Queen. I don't care if he was having lunch with the mafia. The moral of the story is he damaged my apartment, and he should have to pay for that.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Langari versus Cologne. Step forward, please.
18-year-old student Nydia Langari is suing her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old promoter Hector Cologne, for money loaned and the cost of a necklace.
Miss Langari, this young man used to be a boyfriend of yours, and you, according to you, loaned him some money. One small loan was for him to remain alive since somebody was after him because he owed them money. And the other loan was for some clothes that he wanted, clothes and shoes and stuff. And then you found out that he wasn't the man that you thought he was.
Exactly.
And you want a necklace back that you let him borrow.
Which I believe he pounded.
Now, Mr. Cologne says that you're crazy about him, and you gave him the money, and it was a gift. There was never any promise to pay you back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are a special guy. You are a prize package. You are a unique man. Prime property.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Nydia Langari says ex-boyfriend Hector Cologne owes for loans and a lost necklace.
When did you first start to date this Prince Charming?
In December 23rd, 2004.
When did you make the first loan to him?
I think 2 weeks after, when he told me that some guy threatened to kill him, put a gun to his head, and he was telling me this story, and I offered to borrow the money, and he said he would pay me within 2 weeks.
Tell me about the loan that you had with this guy who put a gun to your head.
I was doing something for him and whatever.
No, I want you to be specific. I'm really interested. You were doing something for him. What were you doing?
I was selling drugs for him or whatever.
Okay, so he gave you drugs that you sold.
Yeah, and I supposed to owe him money. I spend the money. I owe them money.
What kind of drugs did you sell for him?
Weed.
Just marijuana?
Yeah.
How much did you sell?
It was pounds of it.
Do you love this? Do you love this, you know? Remember that fishing game that I discussed with you? With the fishing poles and the magnets? Mr. Cologne, you sold pounds of marijuana for this guy. You made the money, and then you went and you spent it on something else. What'd you spend it on?
Clothes.
So you bought clothes with it. Didn't you think that that was a dangerous thing to do? How long had you known this guy?
For like 2 or 3 years.
Did you sell for him retail or wholesale? Shh, quiet! Did you sell in bulk to other people or little bits? Little bits. On a street corner or from your house?
They used to call me.
So you had regular customers?
Yeah.
Okay, so he had threatened to kill you?
Yeah.
With a gun?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you have children?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, I knew you were going to say that. I knew he was going to say. How many children do you have?
I got one daughter.
Where does she live?
With her mother in New York.
Okay. So you took the money from her and she gave you the what, $150?
180.
And you gave it to the drug dealer?
Mm-hmm.
Is he still around or is he in jail?
He's still around.
What's his name?
His name is...
And you gave back his money?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were back in business?
No, after that I started working in a restaurant.
Oh, that's good. So you went legitimate?
Mm-hmm.
Good. When you started working, why didn't you give her back the money?
Because she said that to not worry about it as long as I'm safe. She never said to pay her back.
That's a lie.
Okay. Now, what about the clothes that you bought for him?
He just told me to borrow the money, that's all. So he said he was going to give it back to me in 2 weeks.
Go ahead.
I used to pick up at work sometimes on my day off, and she used to give me money here and there. She used to not tell me to pay her back. She used to say, don't worry about it.
What'd she say? Just here, take this and go buy yourself something?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? She was seriously in love with me.
That's a lie.
Okay. Now, what about the chain?
The chain, when she gave it to me, we was in her house or whatever, and she was not even supposed to have people in her house. We got caught in her house, and her mother was saying stuff in Spanish that she never raised up her daughter to have guys in the house or whatever. And the chain was already loose, and I never pawned her chain. It was
You just lost it?
I lost it. I was in the club, and it was loose, and I lost it.
Did she give it to you, or did she let you borrow it?
No, she gave it to me and said there's a change. So when you lay down, like when I go to sleep, to think about me.
Let me tell you something, Miss Lingara. Mr. Colon, whatever he is, he's not a liar. I can tell you that right now, because right now he has acknowledged that he committed felonies for the last 3 years. Anybody that would acknowledge to me that he has been a drug dealer for a very long time, sold marijuana, bought it wholesale, sold it retail, is not going to lie to me about a stupid thing like $150 that you gave him or some clothes that you bought for him. It's not. Put your hand down. You're winning. So I have to decide whether these things that you gave him were gifts or they were loans. I don't think that they were loans. You got angry with him, according to you, because you found that he was lying to you, that he had a child, that he had a woman.
And that's the when I started to avoid him. I stopped the relationship.
Good.
Because I didn't want to be with somebody.
Miss Lingara, that was very, very smart. I think you should stay away from Mr. Colon until you're really certain that he is gone legit. But these monies that you gave him, I don't believe were loans. I don't believe it, because I have to decide who's lying. And anybody so stupid as to acknowledge in front of 8 million people that he's a drug dealer is not going to lie to me about a couple of dollars in loans. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She gave it to me. She said...
Yeah, this is case number 593 on the calendar in the matter of Martin versus Larson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Martin, the defendant was your boyfriend?
Yes.
According to your complaint, he assaulted you?
Yes.
And broke your collarbone?
Yes.
Mr. Larson says that he did no such thing, and that, as a matter of fact, on the day in question, it was you who assaulted him. Where did the assault take place?
At my house.
Is there any reason why you're smiling?
No. No.
I wouldn't smile if somebody assaulted me. I'd have a frowny face on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What time at your house?
Probably about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mr. Larson, what were you doing at her house at 3 or 4 in the afternoon?
Actually, that's not when it happened, but I was at her house from about 3 to 4 o'clock because she worked that day, didn't have a babysitter for her 2 boys. I had my little boy, so I watched him for her.
So this was prearranged that you were going to be there?
Yes, it was. Then she...
Do you remember the date?
Nope. All I could tell you was it was Sunday in middle of
the 23rd
January.
Of?
January.
And you were not living together at the time?
No.
No.
Okay, it's 3 or 4 o'clock, you're babysitting for her 2 children, your child. What happened?
She came home in a bad mood, so I called some friends, left, went and watched some football games with them, came back later because my truck had broke down in front of her house.
What'd you do with your son?
Oh, his mom had came and picked him up by this time.
What were you in a bad mood about?
Because I got a phone call at work saying that my kids have been home by themselves for about 2 hours. I guess his truck broke down and left my kids home by themselves for 2 hours, so I was pretty upset.
It wasn't 2 hours. I did her a favor, took her to work because she doesn't have a car. I drop her off at work. About halfway back to her house, my truck breaks down. Grabbed my stuff out of there and got to her house as quick as I could. The kids were maybe there a half an hour.
How old are they?
10 and 5.
Okay, but that's why she was in a bad mood. Okay, so you left.
Yes.
And there was no altercation?
No.
Did you come back?
Yes.
Okay. What happened when he came back?
I asked him to leave. I didn't want him there. He was making excuses. He didn't have a ride. He had nowhere to go. I kept telling him, leave, just leave, just leave. You know, and it turned into an argument. He would not leave. I went to go in my bedroom and lock the door, and he grabbed my hair and pulled me to the ground in the hallway and landed on top of me and took the cell phone, the batteries out of the cell phone so I couldn't call the police. He was really abusive. He wouldn't leave for anything. I was just trying to get away from him. I was trying to leave the house. He wouldn't let me leave the house.
Report?
Yep.
I'd like to see it, please, along with your medical records.
Okay. My neighbor is the one that actually called 911. And on the 3rd page, it shows where she had called.
You want to tell me your version of these events, Mr. Larson, before I finish the police report, please?
Yes. Pretty much nothing what she said is how it happened. I came back. You know, I didn't think that there was going to be an altercation. I just left earlier. I just left earlier in the day so there wouldn't be an altercation. I'm not into drama. I don't like to argue.
What did you come back for?
My truck was there, and it had broke down earlier when I'd taken her to work, so I was going to stop by, see if I could get it to start. If not, see if maybe I could get somebody to tow it
Okay, but the truck was outside. You didn't park the truck inside the house, right?
Right, but I didn't think we'd get in an argument going in the house.
But you had already had an argument. You said she was in such a bad mood that you left.
She was in a bad mood. We didn't necessarily argue. I just ended up leaving before we did argue.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, I found some stuff laying around her house that I confronted her about, namely like some checks of mine that she'd taken and written, forged my signature on. I asked
Okay,
her
now
about
when had you found those items?
that day when I was babysitting the kids, I found them. And it wasn't the right time when she got off work.
Just a second.
Okay.
So before she got home in this bad mood, you had been snooping around the house.
Something like, yes.
And you came across some items that distressed you, like checks of yours that she had forged.
Yes.
Well, that would make me very
Angry?
angry. Yes, that would make me angry.
No, I was more shocked.
Shocked?
I wasn't really angry at all. That's why I didn't say anything when she came home from work. The kids were there. It wasn't the right time to confront her when the kids were there.
So then you left.
So I left.
Now, when you came back allegedly to take care of your truck,
Yes.
but you went into the house.
Right.
Now, what happened when you got into the house, Mr. Larson?
I basically sat down on the couch. She was standing above me
What
yelling.
were you doing sitting on the couch?
Well, I just came up the stairs and sat down on the
Was your truck fixed?
couch. No. We were talking.
Talking about what?
I was confronting her about the checks that I'd found.
Okay, so that would seem normal.
Then she got angry. I guess basically that she wasn't sneaking it. She got caught. And so she got angry. And that's when she came after me.
How did she do that?
Well, she'd asked me to leave. She'd kicked my backpack, so I bent down on all fours to pick a few things up, put them back in the small pockets of my backpack, and that's when she hit me over the back of the head with I don't know what, but it sent tingles down my arms and legs. There was no attack on her whatsoever. And as far as any injuries she had, those were probably from her ex the week before. He beat her up pretty good, and she had filed a protective order, and that's why the neighbor, when they heard any sort of loud voices, called the police because they didn't know if he was over there again.
You telling me what the neighbor was thinking when she called the police?
It's my bad.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Since this incident happened, has he slept over? No.
I've slept over
How many times, Mr. Larson?
every other day.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Celeste Martin says ex-boyfriend Jeremy Larson assaulted her during a heated argument. Jeremy says Celeste hit him over the head.
Why did you take the batteries out of the telephone, sir?
I mean, the backs just came
Why
off
did you
and
take-
out. I didn't unhook them and take them out.
You mean simultaneously, the two telephones that are in the house had their batteries
No,
fall
one
out?
of them was downstairs on the charger. We were upstairs. There was one of them right there.
How did the batteries get out of this phones?
I didn't take them out. I didn't tell her she couldn't call anybody.
Had you been drinking that day?
I think I'd had about one beer the whole time I was over watching football.
What did you hit him with, Miss Martin?
I did not hit him.
Well, the police noted that he had a mark on the side of his neck and a redness to the back of his neck.
It must have happened when we were in the hallway and he, you know, in the way of me trying to get away from him, it might have scratched his head, but I did not hit him. I was trying to get away from him.
Your Honor,
Shh. You appear to be a rather intelligent young man, Mr. Larson. You seem to get it. Wrong, perhaps, but you get it.
Not usually.
How come there were papers thrown all around, Mr. Larson?
Those were some of the things that I'd found. Tax returns of mine that she'd gotten out of a filing cabinet.
Okay, now what were they doing thrown around the bedroom? Who threw them around the bedroom?
I didn't throw them. When I left earlier, they were in a stack. She knew that I'd found them. When I came back,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about
know
the
what
police.
happened.
No, I'm talking about the police, what the police found.
I mean, she could have, they were on the floor in a room. She could have kicked him when she was She gets quite irate.
But you weren't irate that she found some stuff there that you felt as if she was being deceptive about.
But again, I never was really upset about it. I just thought, what stupidity.
Have you ever had any arrests for domestic assault, Mr. Larson?
No, I have
Yes,
not.
he has.
Mm-hmm. When, Miss Martin?
Once with his ex-wife, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and then he got arrested twice with me for domestic.
full.
They were probably within the last year. July.
Arrested or just there were complaints?
Arrested. He was
No.
arrested twice, and there was a few complaints.
That is a total lie.
No, I've
never had a domestic call from my ex-wife that I was with 15 years or been arrested with her previously.
Have there been calls to the house with regard to the two of you?
Yes.
I think there was one before this one.
Okay.
Several.
Okay. Okay.
Your Honor, I think she could probably tape me in a fight, so why would I pick a fight with her? She's a good-sized girl. You're not rude.
Do you have any medical records, madam?
Yes.
I'd like to see them, please.
And again, these are probably from her ex who
Actually, I think
3 or
it's the
4
last
days
page.
before.
It's just a single page. Yes, that's it. That's just a printout of the statement, yes.
And that's probably from when he hit her and they hauled her off in an ambulance.
No, there's dates on there.
Shh, quiet. Look, I need the medical records. Were you assaulted by your former ex-boyfriend, husband, prior to this?
Yes.
When prior?
The January 10th of this year.
Huh.
No, it's...
January 10th. So according to you, 13 days before this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And when you were assaulted, did you go to the Granger Medical Clinic?
No, I went to the emergency room at Jordan Valley Hospital.
And what kind of treatment did you get there?
Some x-rays for my eye. I had a black eye, so some x-rays.
X-rays, and what else?
That was it for the eye. It was the 23rd that we had this fight, and then I went to the Granger Medical on the 27th.
I see that you went there on the 27th, but I don't have a report from them. All I have is billing. This is billing.
It says
and
on
what
there
they did.
for x-rays for a broken collarbone.
I see what it says, but I don't know when that happened. You see, you didn't go the 23rd.
No, it says on the 27th.
You didn't go the 24th.
It says the 27th.
You didn't go the 25th. You didn't go the 26th. So my problem is I don't know whether this happened as a result of a prior assault where you were the victim, because this isn't a medical record. This is a bill.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Oh.
I think this was on a Sunday that this happened between us. Monday, I called and got a doctor's appointment for the 27th.
Well, why didn't you go to the emergency room if you had a fracture?
Because I didn't know it was fractured. I thought it was just bruised and was going to get better, but it didn't. So
What
that's
did
why
they
I
do
went.
for it when you got there?
I was put in a sling for a few weeks and given some painkillers. That's basically all they can do for it. But I am a waitress and I carry trays, and so by the end of the day, it swells up and it really still hurts.
Miss Martin, according to your complaint, you say that you came home and Jeremy started trying to steal my tips.
Yes, he has done
Well,
that.
you don't. No, I didn't say you didn't say he has done that. You said that this happened, by the way, on January 25th, is what you state here.
Yes.
In your complaint, which is 2 days later. Do you understand?
It was the 20...
It was a Sunday, I know that for sure, because football was on.
The 23rd.
So this is just incorrect.
Yes.
But what you stated in your complaint was that Jeremy started trying to steal my tips that I made for the day as a waitress, and he tried to take my wallet. As we argued, it turned physical. I tried to get my cash back, and he pulled my hair. How come you forgot that? That would be very important. He was trying to steal your property?
This argument went on for probably over an hour. So there were several times that I was trying to get away from him. That was the whole thing, is I'm leaving and going to one room and he'll follow me. And I'll get up and go to the other room and he'll follow me. And he has stolen my tips and my wallet
I don't care
several
what
times.
he's done. Listen to me. What he's done in the past is irrelevant if you took him back and you had him watching your children that day. So it doesn't make any difference to me. If you determined to live with him.
Okay, I did not ask him to babysit my kids, actually. I did have a babysitter. The reason it came about, his little boy and my little boys are really close. They like to spend the weekends together. So he figured since his little boy was going to spend the night, he's like, well, I can just babysit for you. And I was like, well, I have a babysitter. He's like, well, it's okay. To save an argument the night before, I was like, okay, whatever, babysit.
Just a second. Did he sleep over the night before?
Yes.
Since this incident happened, Has he slept over?
No.
Since this incident happened, have you seen him socially?
Yes, probably.
When?
Probably about a month, 2 months ago. About a month
I've
ago.
slept over as well.
How many times, Mr. Larson?
Probably at least every other day.
No.
When was the last time you slept over, Mr. Larson?
Probably 3-4 weeks ago, maybe.
Tell me about it.
She's drama queen. She'll do anything.
Now look at me and tell
She'll
me.
do anything to have drama
Just a
going in
second.
her life.
I asked you, tell me the circumstances surrounding your sleeping over 3 or 4 weeks ago. Did she call you? Did you call her? Had you gone out for dinner?
I don't remember. It seems like she stopped by and asked me out of the blue if I had seen some tool
Stop by where?
at my house.
And you said, I don't have that tool, but I'll come over.
Well, I said, I don't know what you're talking about. She's all, well, that was just an excuse to come over and see it. So then I was like, okay.
So she came over to see you, and
She invited me over.
that evening,
Yes.
and you went.
No, I don't think I went. She was going somewhere. It was the next night.
Did you have dinner together?
Nope.
What time did you get there?
10 or 11.
Where were the children?
Her kids live with their father, so they were with him.
And you spent the night?
Yes.
Truck was working?
Yes. I do have a question. Now, this is a different time my truck broke down. I was taking her to the doctor, again, because she doesn't have a vehicle to get to the doctor. So I took her to the doctor.
When?
This is right before we broke up.
How do I get to your house if I don't have a vehicle?
You do now.
Don't speak. Right before you broke up, you're talking about January 23rd? Is that when you consider
No,
yourself
actually,
broken?
this was after that. This was after that.
Okay.
I would say this was about 3.5 weeks ago.
Okay, well, tell me what happened 3.5 weeks ago.
Took her to the doctor. On our way back to her house.
Which doctor?
Granger Medical.
Would that have been either March 1st or February 21st?
Yes.
Okay. And this was afterwards? This was after this January 23rd?
Yes. So then I started driving her home, and my truck broke down, once again, doing her a favor. So I finally got a friend to tow it back to her house. After I had to stay the night where it was at, got broken into. I towed it over to her garage, and she gets mad at me, and all of a sudden has it towed and won't tell me where it was towed to.
Still?
Still. I'm getting close to calling all the places in the Yellow Pages, but there's quite a few towing.
Where's his truck?
Kearns Towing.
Kearns Towing.
Now
Is
I
that
have 3
helpful?
weeks impound fees.
Is that helpful to you?
If I can afford to get it out, yes, that helps.
What'd you have it towed for?
I asked him not to tow his truck to my house when it broke down.
Okay, and it broke down about 3-4 weeks ago?
Yes.
After he took you to the doctor?
Yes.
Goodbye. Listen. When somebody assaults, if somebody assaulted me and broke my collarbone, my dear, according to what you tell them, they would not be taking me to the doctor a month later.
No, it was...
And they would not be sleeping over 3 weeks later.
He has not...
That's called condonation.
He has
That's
not
called
spent
being
the night.
stupid.
He has
Goodbye.
Versus Phil's. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
Ms. Jones, according to your complaint, you and the defendant, who were friends, got into an altercation in his car. You had called him to take you to some sort of party to see if there was anything going on that evening. He was nice enough. He came over and picked you up at your house, correct?
Yes.
What time was this?
It was about 12, maybe.
At night?
12:30, yes.
Had you been drinking that night?
Yes, I had, before I left my house, before he picked me up, I had two 16 ounces of beer.
And so he picked you up, and what happened when you got into the car?
Well, when I got into the car, we were laughing, talking, you know, having a good time, driving. When we got into Dorchester, I said, so where are we going? He was like, we're going to my house. And I'm like, why are we going to your house? I want to go out. You know, are you having a party at your house? He's like, we're going to my house. I want to have some sex with you. He calls me shoo-shoo. And I was like, I don't think so. You know better than that. I wanted, I was like, look, just take me home. He got really upset, started like screaming, "You always give me a problem," and "You people this, you people that." Then he gets out of his car. He takes his keys and his cell phone, gets out of his car, goes across the street, and urinates. Then a yellow cab drives by, and he jumps into the yellow cab and takes off in the cab. So I'm like, oh my God, where is he going? He's gone in this cab. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in this car, you know, in the middle of nowhere, because the argument went on for hours, Miss Judy, for a long time. It did, over this. He was refusing.
Well, for hours?
Well, for a couple, at least like a couple of hours, because he was refusing to bring me home.
What were you doing, just driving around for hours?
Well, we were parked, yes, we were parked, okay.
And arguing?
Right.
Okay.
Arguing big time. So anyway, he leaves me sitting in his car, no keys, you know, nothing, in the middle of nowhere, in Dorchester on Bowden Street, which is a very high crime area, very dangerous area. So I'm just sitting there and wondering where he is. So finally, I get out the car, I go around to the driver's side, and I'm looking like up the street to see, can I see a payphone, or looking down that way to see, could I see him? He comes back in the cab, and he gets out the cab. He comes, I said, Danny, look, this is ridiculous, just take me home. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Please just take me home. He comes charging across the street, okay, pushing and shoving me all up against the car. He bit me in my wrist, jumped in his car. Meanwhile, I'm trying to reach in the car on the driver's side, get my pocketbook, and, you know, like, and trying to, you know, just struggling to trying to get in the car, because I'm like, oh God, he is not gonna leave me out here by myself this time of night. Meanwhile, he gets in the car somehow.
You were outside of the car?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And my coat, my pocketbook, everything was shut into the car, and this man dragged me at least about 30 feet.
And then what happened?
I'm screaming, Danny, please, please stop, Danny. He heard me screaming. I can look at the thing and see that he was going like 30, 35 miles per hour. And I'm screaming, Danny, 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 please stop, please stop, please stop. He would not stop. Then finally he stopped short, okay, and just drops me. Just drops me. Opens the door and just drops me. So I get up all, you know, crazy, you know, like just, I was just like in shock. And I went to a payphone, I dialed 911, I called my husband. My husband and the police and the ambulance, all three showed up at the same time. I refused the ambulance out there because I wanted to go to the hospital. I was just so upset, I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home.
So you refused medical treatment?
At that time.
So what are you suing him for?
I'm suing him for the injuries that I sustained.
Well, let me see the injuries. Where was your husband when you were going out partying?
My husband was at home. He knew that we was going out. He said that because I hadn't been out in a minute. I hadn't been out in a long time, so. And he said, go on out. And he knows that Danny and I are good friends. Here's my medical records and the instructions that I got from my doctor. Here's the sandal where I was bracing myself. He could have killed me.
Okay, so why don't you tell me your version of the events of that evening in July?
Sean Jones called me, and she said that, Denny, I'm under stress. I've been drinking all day. And I said, well, I think you have to stop drinking, you know. Every time you call me, there's always a problem with you. I said, well, I don't think I'm going out tonight because I've been working so hard today. I think I'm going to stay home. She's going to always call me to go out with her.
Okay, but you did go and pick her up.
Yeah, I went there.
What'd you go pick her up for if you didn't want to go out?
No, she called. I said, okay. I went there. She came out with big glasses of beer. I said, you're not going to drink in my car. It's not the first time I told you that. Leave your drink away from my car. And she said, okay. She finished it once. We went over my house together. We sat there for at least 15, 20 minutes.
Did you go inside of your house, sir?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And she said, we have to go to a party tonight. I said, well, I'm not going nowhere. If you want to go home, I can drive you back home. And she said, well, drive me over my sister's house. Okay? I said, well, no problem. And my way over her sister, she said, I'm not going over my sister's house now. I'm going over my house. I said, I'm not going to drive you all the way to her house because your sister don't live too far from here. only 10, 15 minutes.
How long did it take you to get to your house?
30 minutes from my
Okay,
house.
so you wanted to take her to her sister's house?
Yeah, because her sister live in Dorchester.
Okay.
Not too far where I parked the car. She started hit my radio. I'm driving. She tried to. I said, well, I have to stop. I said, what you want to do?
Come on, sir. What happened? You got out of the car at
Okay.
some point, and you got into a cab.
Okay, the reason why I got out of the car, she hit me in my rear nose, my ear. I mean, I've been bleeding. I said, well, I think I have to leave you. You're intoxicated. You're not going to be able to understand me.
Why didn't you put her in the cab?
She don't want to.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You had a lot to do.
Take her here.
God is leadership. Take her here. God is leadership. Take her here. God is leadership. Guy needs leadership. Guy needs leadership. Guy needs leadership. Guy needs leadership. God is leadership. Take on here. God is leadership. Take on here. God is leadership. Take on here. God is leadership. here. Garnies Miłosza. Garnies Miłosza.